This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Detained car thieves, a part of criminal network, says cops. The 4 suspects arrested after a car robbery in Portmore, St. Catherine on Wednesday are from a criminal network operating in the St. Andrew South Police Division, according to the law enforcement authorities. Police say the 3 men and a woman are among other gang members who are being investigated for numerous charges. Some of them are known to us as being members of criminal gangs operating in the Whitfield Town, Mandela Town, Tower Hill areas, a senior police source told the news. They are a real network of criminals, and so we are happy that we managed to nab them this morning. The officer said the St. Andrew South police team did an excellent job in treating the matter and being very alert and professional in their conduct. A joint investigative effort will be taking place between St. Andrew South and St. Catherine South in regard to this, added the senior cop. It was reported that about 7 a.m., a police woman and her son were in her Honda Fit motorcar in Portmore, St. Catherine, when armed robbers pounced and stole the vehicle. An alarm was raised and police intercepted the vehicle on Mandela Highway. The driver of the stolen car attempted to evade the cops but crashed into a railing in the vicinity of the New Haven community. That car and its occupants, as well as a pilot vehicle and its occupants, were all taken into police custody. Man shot and killed in Manchester robbery. Police are probing the murder of a man during an armed robbery in Comfort near Royal Flat in Manchester on Tuesday night. Police identified the deceased as a 49-year-old Teddy Coley, a resident of Weber's district in Comfort. Police reports are that about 9 p.m., Coley was walking home from work when he was held up, robbed of his belongings, and shot by his attacker. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Statistics from the police show that up to October 1, Manchester recorded 44 murders since the start of the year when compared to 19 for the corresponding period last year. Student rushed to hospital after falling from building on school compound. A 4th grade student of the Windward Road Primary and Junior High School in Kingston was rushed to hospital after falling from a building at the school compound on Wednesday. The circumstances surrounding the incident are unclear at the moment. However, information reaching the news is that the boy fell from the 2nd floor of Block C on the campus during lunch break. The injured boy was taken to the hospital where his condition is not presently known. Manchester robbery suspect nabbed in St. Elizabeth. Police are reporting that a man suspected of being linked to robberies committed in Manchester was arrested during a raid in St. Elizabeth on Tuesday morning. Head of the St. Elizabeth Police Superintendent Kenneth Chin said about 3 a.m., officers from St. Elizabeth and Manchester conducted a joint operation in St. Elizabeth in search of wanted people. Targeted raids were carried out at 2 premises at a new building district. During the operation, a 40-year-old Mason was arrested on reasonable suspicion for robberies committed in the Manchester division, he said. The partnership among police divisions and the citizens continue to reap success as we seek to apprehend wanted persons, displace criminal elements, and disrupt their activities, Chin added. Superintendent Chin is urging citizens to be vigilant. Bring to our attention suspicious persons and activities, as well as persons known to be involved in criminality, he said. We appeal to our citizens to report any acts of criminality at any of the following numbers: Black River Police at 876-965-2232, Black River CIB at 876-965-2026, 119 or Crime Stop at 311, he added. Cops begin criminal probe into 79-year-old death. The death of an elderly man found at his home in Springfield District, Thompsontown, Clarendon in August has now been classified as murder. This was after a post-mortem examination was done on Saturday on the body of 79-year-old yam farmer Lanford Henry. Police had reported that on Wednesday, August 3, 2022, vendors went to purchase yam from Mr. Henry, who lived alone. On reaching the home, they called but got no response. Residents became concerned and contacted his relatives. A pastor who visited Henry's home discovered him on the ground in an unfinished section of the house. He had what appeared to be blood on the back of the head. The pastor contacted the police, who found Henry's body lying on its side against a coal pot. A small wound was observed on the back of the head. A black flashlight was also seen on the wall next to his right hand. Police said a check of the house was made and all appeared to be normal. The scene was processed and the body removed to the Mapen Hospital, where it was confirmed dead. On Saturday, a post-mortem found the cause of death was a complication due to a chop wound to the back of the head. The police immediately launched a murder investigation. No motive nor suspect has been identified. Chef pleads guilty to killing 15-year-old girlfriend. A 31-year-old St. Andrew chef who shot his 15-year-old girlfriend in Seaview Gardens, St. Andrew in 2017 has pleaded guilty under a plea deal. Amar Fairweather entered a guilty plea to murder when he appeared in the Home Circuit Court Wednesday, but pleaded not guilty to illegal possession of firearm and illegal possession of ammunition. He was remanded for sentencing on November 29. Fairweather, who had been on the run before he was captured in 2020, reportedly murdered Jose Marti Technical High School student Denise Hume at her home after she sent him a text message ending their relationship. The facts outlined in the matter are that on December 21, at approximately 3 p.m., Hume was at her home with other family members preparing for Christmas. Fairweather entered the yard and was seen going inside Hume's cousin's room with a pistol. Shortly after, a loud explosion was heard coming from the room. When family members rushed into the room, Hume was seen on the ground with blood running from her head, while Fairweather was seen standing over her with a gun in his hand. Fairweather was asked why he killed her, and he said, "And I'm a killer, she a idiot, as she kill herself." He was then asked if she was dead, and he replied, "She must dead." The accused then retrieved a spent casing, put it in his pocket, and fled the area. He was later held in Clarendon on June 15, 2020. Fisherman charged following deadly Trelawny shootout. A Trelawny man is facing firearm-related charges arising from an incident in the parish on the weekend in which 3 men were reportedly shot and killed after they fired on a police military team. Owen Hines, 38, a fisherman from Hague Settlement where the killings occurred, was charged Tuesday with illegal possession of firearm and shooting with intent, his attorney Donovan Collins confirmed. But Collins says there are over 25 witnesses who can confirm that Hines was never in possession of a gun and did not fire at anybody. Based on my instructions and investigation, the police took about 75 people from the party to the Falmouth police station, the attorney told the news during an interview on Wednesday. It will be very interesting to see what the police put on paper to try and prove their case against my client, he added. The police report that members of the security forces were conducting an operation at an illegal party in the community about 2 a.m. Saturday when they were shot at by a group of men at the venue. The 3 men were killed after members of the police military team took evasive action and returned the fire, according to the police report. The incident is being investigated by the Independent Commission of Investigations, the agency that has oversight responsibility for the security forces. 2 men arrested over gun seizure during St. Catherine's spot check. 2 men were arrested following the seizure of a gun during a police spot check in Above Rocks, St. Catherine on Wednesday morning. The check was taking place in the vicinity of the police station in the area. A motorcycle was signaled to stop and the rider complied. During the search of the pillion, a loaded 9mm pistol was allegedly found. The police arrested the men on suspicion of illegal possession of firearm. Prevalence of some illegal activities hampering online transactions, says Morgan. Information Minister Robert Nestor Morgan says that due to the prevalence of certain criminal activities in Jamaica, some people have been experiencing difficulties when trying to conduct business online. The minister was speaking at a post-cabinet press briefing on Wednesday when he said these criminal activities have resulted in Jamaica being grey-listed in some jurisdictions, which hampers international transactions. A lot of this has to do with current practices that have evolved within our society, such as scamming and other online fraud. There are also issues related to correspondent banking, which is also a part of some of the challenges we face as a society. Being grey-listed in particular jurisdictions has really limited, in many cases, the ability of Jamaicans to do transactions internationally, Morgan said. He stated that these transactional barriers are the result of the lack of trust that some international and online businesses have in Jamaicans, and in promoting some of the illegal activities that are currently happening will only cause the country to be seen in a bad light. A lot of these things have to do with trust. How much do people trust the systems and the persons from particular jurisdictions who they are doing business with, the minister questioned. And as a society, I think we have to work harder to rebuild the trust that people have for us by not promoting, endorsing, or engaging in particular activities that may cause other countries and the jurisdictions to start looking at us in a particular way, Morgan said. On Tuesday, the Broadcasting Commission issued a directive that requires broadcasters to immediately stop airing any audio or video promoting scamming, abuse of drugs, illegal or harmful use of guns, or any forms of criminal activities. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.